Hey, how's it, everyone? Happy Monday. We are back again with another stream of The Forgotten City. So last time, basically the premise for those who are just joining or watching the VOD for the first time, didn't catch yesterday's stream. The idea is that we're in this time loop. We're back in this ancient Roman city where if anyone commits a sin, everyone gets punished and they get turned to gold. So if you steal something or try to murder someone, now there are ways around it, we found out. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. Last time we kind of figured out a little bit about the secrets, a little bit about the mechanics, and kind of know now how to actually reset the time loop. Basically, if your main character commits the crime, like I tend to steal gold from people's chests so I can get more gold. If you do that basically and run back to the shrine, you can actually start the time loop and you start the day over again with most of the stuff and the learnings and everything like that. But the people that are around you don't remember stuff. But yeah, so what we're going to be doing going on today is we're going to be trying to solve a couple of the quests. I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to peel each of those little threads, like pull on each of those threads one at a time. Because I think there's like multiple different quests going on at the same time, a lot of the side quests, and a lot of the things that you're trying to fix. And I think what happens is that if you actually like solve one of the threads, it gives you options in the next time loop to actually do things like, like have someone else give the antidote to someone who's poisoned, things like that. So you don't have to go ahead and do it yourself. So that's good. So it's not like we have to do everything in like one loop. We do, I think we solve a couple mysteries, start a time loop, solve a couple of mysteries, do another time loop. The thing that I'm probably going to be doing this time around is gathering money to basically pay off the debts of two indentured servants who are like debt servants. Because one of them is like committing suicide. Well, both of them tried to commit suicide. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that and figure out the loop and then go on from there. All right, move this over there. Let me adjust the screen a little bit. Okay. Continue. Yeah, we got this snazzy bow, too, that can actually, like, shoot people and turn them into gold.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside.
I love your clothes. So exotic.
So, we find out that she's actually...
Stay away from my money.
Examine. Quick save. She's got a lot of money, doesn't she? Let's do it.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
See, this is what happens. So all of a sudden, everything starts going to hell in a handbasket. And then we gotta run before... Oh, we took a lot of damage. We took a lot of damage that time. And we gotta wait for Sentius to get up here. Follow me quickly. No, I know where we're going. This isn't my first rodeo. And we're back. And still damaged. Hi there.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
I'm 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝, and I need you to take care of some things urgently.
Sounds serious. I'm listening.
Lucius is dying, but Lucretia can't help her without the syphilin. Take some and go quickly. Rufus is becoming agitated because of his rheumatism, but if you give him some of this willow bark, it'll calm him down. And you stop Fabia entering the empty shrine and tell the new arrival he'll find what he's looking for in there.
Yulia? Oh no. Alright, I can do that.
Can I make him do it? Oh, you can get him to do all that stuff. You can get him to do all this stuff. Oh, I gotta get him voted as mayor because he's super,
Alright, got it.
super useful.
Alright, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood.
That's it.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Magic. Magic. I think I have more than enough money now. Yeah, look at that, 4,000. I'm rich. Hey, what's up, Strata? Dropping by for a like, and that is going to get fixed in an hour or 3 hours. Okay. Is static going on tonight? Is that what you guys are doing? Yes, I can. Huh. Me and my golden bow can also do stuff like this. What was that? Gold. 250 gold. Nice-oo. Alright, put the... Yep, nice. Have fun. Alright. Now we're gonna try to keep this guy from jumping.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia.
Why does it
Welcome
focus
to
in on
life
her
under the
breasts
golden
there?
rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Actually, I need to talk to
Well, it was lovely to
Ulpius.
meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no.
No, 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 no,
Orpheus, what are
no.
you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please, please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius.
I don't care.
Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
That's what I'm here for. Where's my cursor? Oh, there it is.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Is this what Centilla would want?
You know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone.
You'd never believe me if I told you.
Well, if you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over.
Maybe I can help solve your problem.
It's too late for that. Yulia and I made a pact. And she's already swallowed hemlock this morning.
Actually,
If I backed out now I'd be betraying her. I can't do that.
Lucretia was able to get some silphium in time to save her life. She's going to be fine.
Really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off both of our debts.
I happen to have that. Actually, I do.
Really? Wait. So, I guess you'd want me to work for you then?
Nope, you'd be free.
You'd do that for us? A couple of complete strangers.
Of course.
It seems today we're both blessed. This did not turn out how I thought. Thank you, friend. I never thought people like you existed.
Here's your money.
Thank you. I'll go and pay off our debts immediately. I just wish there was some way I could repay you. But I have nothing but the tunic on my back.
Please stay clothed. Don't worry about
I'll
it.
go and take care of
Please
things with
keep your clothes
Malleolus
on.
and tell
Please keep your
Yulia the
clothes
good
on.
news. Thanks again, friend. I'll never forget what you did for us.
And she has nothing to say?
What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it. I'm thankful that you're here.
There's a really
Can I
funny
help you?
expression on her face. What's your story?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
When you put it like that. How did you end up here?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
God? Don't you mean
Oh,
the
yes,
gods?
Of course. A slip of the tongue.
Haha. Let's talk about something else. So you're a Christian?
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
Your secret's safe with me.
Thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
I'll be going now.
That's a shame. Another time then.
Have I gone down this way? What's over here? Or find me.
Salve.
How are you doing?
Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. Galerius just saved my life.
Actually, it was
there
me.
Something you wanted. Lucretia says
It was
I'm
me.
supposed to rest.
I'll be going now.
Right. Goodbye.
She sounds so tired. She sounds so tired. Figure out how to get Galerius elected as magistrate. I'll need to make him popular among the majority of voters. Water under the bridge. Figure out how to get into the upper cistern. I think I need to get Galerius first. Figure out why Livia is acting strangely. Perhaps the priestess might be able to help her. Wait. Was it Livia the... Zipline. Meow.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there. Just like Diana's.
Yeah, just like Diana's. Go figure.
New face. 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
I've been asking people about how they wound up here, trying to find a pattern.
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed?
Some people mentioned a river.
Yes. I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else?
Mentioned memory lapses.
True. I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. What else?
And a stranger.
Yes, I also had such an encounter. It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. Let me ask you this. Did you happen to encounter a stranger in the forest before you arrived here?
I did, a young woman.
Did you happen to catch her name?
Karen.
I see. And was this Karen, by any chance, wearing a hood?
She was wearing a hoodie. How can you have known that?
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths.
Ooh, steamy. All right, I'll meet you in the baths.
Too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
He listens with their ears. That's not much money. Anonymous friend to Octavia, may the Lord bless and keep you. I'm sorry I could not risk discussing this with you in person, but if I'm right, then you're a believer like me. You may not be able to worship openly here, but I know that you're not alone. If you ever feel like you need somewhere to pray, there's a special place waiting for you deep in the caves behind the theater. Turn right at the first fork and then again at the second. I think I found that place already, though. Inspect the stove. Okay. Alright, am I far enough away from her? That it doesn't look like we're going...
That's quite an impressive bow you have there. Just like Diane, we'll talk in the baths. There's something you...
Alright, I'll go to the baths then. And the guy's dead. Too bad. Too bad, so sad. Okay, and this is the place that looks like where we came in. I don't know if I've actually... I don't know if there's anything here. Where are you going? Oh, there's someone up there.
All right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood.
Yep.
Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was C-H-A-R-O-N, as in Charon, the ferryman of the dead.
Oh, great.
Charon, who, in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
That we're all dead?
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, And you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
So we're dead.
That was my first thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
Huh. What can you tell me about Karen?
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman, or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
Why didn't you all recognize Karen immediately?
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝 mention a stranger in a ram headdress named 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝𝐢𝐭𝐬, and Rufius described meeting a stranger named 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝 wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
Why are there so few people in the underworld?
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river, but that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
Maybe it was all counterfeit. Were you trying to keep this from me?
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help, I promise you.
That's all the questions I had.
Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
I've noticed you seem uncomfortable calling the god of the underworld by his name. Why is that?
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
Tell me more about escaping with the help.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
That's horrible.
It is. The gods are a mirror image of mankind, as far as cruelty is concerned, I'm afraid. If the stories are true, I imagine she's as desperate to escape as we are. If she really did help Orpheus and Sisyphus, perhaps she'll help us too. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
I hear the female statues whispering to me every now and then.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia.
Pretty much.
Tell me more. Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It's always the same voice, and she's helpful if a little cryptic.
Fascinating. Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
Not yet.
Oh, I see. Well, let me know if you hear anything that might be a thread through this labyrinth.
Tell me more about confronting Pluto.
Is everyone so blunt where you're from? Oh. That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
Hercules couldn't manipulate time or turn organic matter into gold.
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day.
It already is.
You'd need
I'm
an
just kidding.
audience with you-know-who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again.
What can you tell me about the obelisk?
It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides.
I know what
and
an
a
obelisk
pyramid-shaped
is.
head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize. That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
Where would I find the Greek
I
plaque?
don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in the forum.
What about the Egyptian plaque?
Perhaps 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝, our Egyptian resident, will be able to tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern, so perhaps you could talk to her, or just take a look in his room.
Where would I find the mystery
I'm
plaque?
afraid you're on your own with that one, but perhaps the goddess will help guide you to it when the time is right.
Let's talk about something else. All right, I'm ready to get started.
I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone.
This will prioritize the new quest, showing its objective markers only. I'll talk to
In any
Livia
case,
first.
Time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you, although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Can I just go across this? Haha, I beat you. Oh, never mind. It's not that much faster. Never mind. Wade against the current. Wade against the current. Livia, oh Livia, oh, have you met Livia? Hi. Training dummy. It looks like Domitius has been using this to train. I wonder what he's been training for.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Hi.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
I figured it out. I know where we are.
Say it. Speak its name.
The underworld.
Then it is true. I was right.
You were.
I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane.
So you started babbling just for
I told
fun?
myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
I will do my best to remember the relevant verse. There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, the shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with full rites, and the ghosts of those, at last, given proper burial. The wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where Black Dis has his cruel palace. As the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, and is never too small for any populace, nor notices the crowds that come. There the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. And still others incur punishment. I hope I have done it justice. And now we share a secret. It's as if you've lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Thank you, friend. I think I should rest.
Okay, well, that was another sinner. I think it's Rufius, but bottle cavalry helmet. Garum. A poem by Galerius. A love poem to an unspecified woman. My life has been torturous as the 7 laborers of Hercules, orphaned, defeated, and enslaved, yet I would suffer it all again gladly, because each loss, wound, and tragedy brought me to you. Radiant as Rome's sacred flame, your bright warmth nourishes my soul. I know I can never touch you any more than hold Vesta's flame, but to watch and love you from afar, bathing in your glow, is enough. Aw, sweet. Model arena. A small wooden model of an arena, possibly Verona Arena, which was completed in the 1st century and is still in use today. Oh, that's cool. Virgil's chest. Just money. Wait, he lives here? Not above his shop or anything like that? That's interesting. Navia's chest. Key to the... chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I'll take it. Livia's chest. Denarius. And that's it. Well, she is kind of nutso, so there's not a whole lot there. Nice flagon. Oh, hi. How are you? Nice place we have here, huh? Lucretia's chest. She's actually got a little shrine, even. Where is... Rudimentary doll looks like it has been well loved. Aww. Rudimentary bed. Inspect. Filthy, foul-smelling sleeping mat of someone living in poverty. Oh, it's, what's his butt? The guy in the... Ow. In the... Cell.
I love your clothes. So, you stay away from my money.
A large vat for brewing beer. What did she say? Today I'm celebrating. I made the easiest 1,000 denarii I've ever made by selling a way out to a desperate fool. Of course, it may not have been the way out she was hoping for, but hemlock still counts. So I'll teach her for insulting my hair. Since it didn't break the golden rule, I may have to try this again sometime. It worked again. I'm now another 1,000 denarii richer, thanks to Ulpius and his desperation to escape. Of course, there's very little to spend money on here, but just having it gives me a little thrill for a brief moment at least. Okay, you're freaking crazy. Sadistic. Dear Diary, finally I found something to spend my money on. Malleolus is running for magistrate in the election tomorrow, and he's promised that for sufficient tribute, I'll be able to move into Old Sentiusville as once it's vacated. How he plans to achieve that, he wouldn't say, but still, I better make sure he wins. Interesting. Interesting. Where's Rufius's?
Vote for Malleus, unless you want me to slip some hemlock into your next drink. Get out.
Wow. Why so angry? I didn't steal anything.
Oh, do us all a favor and drink hemlock, Caput Murder.
I guess she didn't like the fact that I went into her room or something. I don't know. Something weird happened there. Kabosh to Kabosh, I told Lucretia about the dreams I've been having, and she said it might help her divine their meaning if I wrote them down. Happened again last night. The man by the river was there as always, his face shrouded in a shadow from that peculiar ram headdress. Once again, he introduced himself as 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝 and told me he'd drag me from the river. He seemed to smirk as he said his name, as if it meant something I could not understand. Indeed, the name rings a bell, but I cannot for the life of me remember where I heard it. I do not think I will sleep soundly again until I know. Who is 𝐂𝐿𝐫𝐞𝐝? This is... Oh, look at that. It is Rufius. Okay, Rufius. Okay, Rufius. Okay, Rufius. Okay. Oh, let's get the little bit of extra money over here just because we can. Okay, Rufius. Where are you? I took the weird way to get to you.
Citizen. Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Are you the one threatening Virgil?
What you're talking about?
I know it was you. I found an incomplete letter to him in your quarters.
Look, I haven't been at my best lately. I know that. It's the rheumatism. It starts with constant pain in all your joints. Then the pain starts to mess with your head. Makes you angry, mean. I know that's not an excuse for how I acted. But it's the truth. But with the willow bark, I'm already starting to feel like myself again. I'll leave him alone from now on. It's not as if I was ever going to hurt him anyway. I was just lashing out. I'm going to go and clean up the graffiti. Just forget this ever happened. Will you?
All right, no problem. Who do you want to vote for?
You again.
Who are you going to vote for?
This military man knows what he's doing.
Anything I can do to change that?
See you around.
No. No.
Sometimes I stare at the great temple. Ah, a new face. Salve.
Yeah.
I hear we have you to thank for saving
Yeah. Don't worry about the threats. It's just Rufius and he's never going to hurt you.
What demon or spirit told you about that?
I found an incomplete note in his
You went
house.
Snooping in his place? That was risky. We're lucky you didn't cross any lines. Have you spoken to him about it?
Yes, and he won't be bothering you anymore.
Really? How did you manage that?
My charm. I found a treatment for his rheumatism, which was making him agitated and compounding some other personal issues.
Poor fellow. I've heard that can really mess with a person's head. Well done for figuring that out.
Happy to help. I think he wants to help clean up the graffiti too.
That's promising. I'll keep an eye out for him.
Who are you going to vote for?
Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he has a vision.
Anything I can do to change
My
it?
vote isn't for sale, if that's what you're asking.
I'll
Nice
be
to
going now.
talk to you.
I'm wondering if... All right. The Greek plat, the locked villa. Let's see if we can get into the locked villa. Actually... I could either... Goose eggs? Why is it telling me about goose eggs? Does he really like goose eggs or something? Or maybe I can throw them. Okay. Oh, there's stuff down there. I don't think I've been down there. Huh. 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 Okay, something having to do with goose eggs. Huh? Whoa, I'm climbing.
Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment.
About that tribute you wanted. I know he wants like 1,000 denarii. Forget it. I'll find another way.
If you set one foot in that villa without permission, I'll skin you a...
Translate. Sentius and Malleolus, same excrement, different smell.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Not really, no.
You'd be eaten alive, little runt like you.
Mean by what?
Nobody's told you about Hannibal. Ugh, why do I have to do everything round here? So, there was this guy called Hannibal, right? Funny accent. Used to go down into the cisterns looking for junk he could clean up and sell. One day, a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted. Said he could hear spirits wailing. Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right? Anyway, a few days later, he goes back in. And hours go by, and he hasn't come back out, yeah? So I go down after him, and it's dark. But in the distance, I can just make out his body, sprawled out on the ground. And hunched over him was something that made my blood run cold. No word of a lie. I saw a creature. Like the corpse of a man who'd been flayed. And it was eating Hannibal.
What did you do?
Well, any sane person would have done. I legged it out of there and put a sign at the door to warn the others.
I'm still going down there.
Well, it's your funeral.
Cool, he's not going to stop me. But first, let's figure out what these eggs do. Maybe I need to throw the eggs from up above. This seems plausible, right? Okay, there's no way to get... Oops, stuck now. Okay, alright, I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh, interesting. There's a zip line that goes up there to... here. Oh, I guess if I have to get across the city because I've angered the gods and put the golden rule, that would be a good way of getting across from up here. Do 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 do. Missing piece, missing... Aha, I've got one of them. What if I jump from here, guys? Hiya!
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh well. That apparently was not the best idea. But I landed in water. That should be fine, right, guys? That should be fine. Okay, the water's not very deep. I know that. I'm gonna try this time around to see if I can figure out... What do I do with these goose eggs? What do I do with the goose eggs, guys? It's highlighted the goose eggs for some reason. What did the goose eggs have to do with getting in? What do goose eggs have to do with getting in?
Citizen?
Hello? What do goose eggs have to do with getting in? These are climbable.
Magistrate, yes, yes, thank you, I'm delighted and deeply honored to be elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens, and now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens, under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. And, no more should you walk on
Note from Alpius. Alpius to his lost love, may God watch over you. Please know that I held on as long as I could, but without you my life is meaningless. I only hope we meet again in Eden. Again in Gan Eden. I don't know where I'm going, guys. But at least I know how to get in now. You think she's okay? Okay, now what? Now that I'm in here, does this help me at all? How does this help me at all? Okay, he's got a Greek vase. A bust. Okay, I don't think I need to be sneaking around, actually. So these are the servants' quarters down here, right? Because that's Ulpius's room. That's Yulia's room. That's empty bottle of hemlock.
I hereby announce a day of, well, a day of celebration. I announce.
Okay, that's still locked, so I don't think there's anything I can do up here. I'm gonna quick save and I'm gonna talk to him just for shits.
Did you just scale the wall to my villa somehow? I must remember to have words with that buffoon Domitius. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
So you're Quintius.
My name is Marcus Malleolus Gurgis. You seem to have confused me with someone else.
You have one green eye and one blue eye, just like the description in his execution order from Emperor Nero.
You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens. I like to think it is simply the way the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler. Nothing more.
Apparently, Quintius also suffers from delusions of grandeur. My mistake, never mind.
That's quite all right. We all make mistakes.
What's your story?
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
What will you do if you win?
Glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
How will you do that?
By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission.
Wait,
don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
No, the Golden Rule is definitely real.
There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
I found a book called The Myth of the Golden Rule. Whoever wrote it obviously died because they refused to accept the Golden Rule.
You mean that book next to a golden statue in the theater? Tell me, how do you know that statue wasn't put there by Sentius himself? You can't know, can you?
What would it take to prove to you it's real? Books? Notes? Even if I can't prove it, if I'm right, then accepting it will avert disaster. If I'm wrong, then accepting it will make the city a better place. Isn't that a good thing?
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish.
What would it take to prove you?
Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read. As if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down.
I can see nothing I say is going to convince you.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken.
And you're a pompous ass. Any idea where I'd find a Roman plaque?
If I had a Roman plaque in my possession, I'd be happy to sell it to you, but I don't.
Oh wait, I
so
found it already.
can't.
Fair enough. I'll be going now.
I trust you can see your through the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
Aha! Let's see if this opens the door upstairs. What's the chances? Probably not, but... Where'd the thing go? Oh, it did!
I'm not supposed to be in here.
Can we talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me?
Why are you locked in this room?
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
What would you like some... How would you like some help getting back at Malleolus?
An intriguing proposition. Go on.
I don't think Malleolus is who he says he is.
Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look.
Wow.
What makes you
wow. Just a hunch. I hope we can figure this out together.
I may have the very thing you're looking for. Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. Why exactly are you helping me?
I want to force him to withdraw from the election.
Withdraw? Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans to become a magistrate? must think me quite mad. I've heard enough. Get out of here at once. Domitius, come quickly. Do I need to call Domitius?
I know I can actually just do it in the next.
Through the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
Yup. The fact that his key also opens the room that he locked his wife in is kind of funny. All right, let's try this again. Yeah. Can we talk? Why are you locked in this room? Getting back at Malleolus. He isn't who he says he is. Just a hunch.
Now, I'll let it go, but
I just hate to see such a beautiful woman treated so poorly.
aren't you charming? I'm quite sure my husband would seethe with impotent rage if he overheard you say that. I love it. It seems our interests are aligned. I imagine knowing his true identity will give me the leverage I need to manage him appropriately. But first, I need you to do something for me.
Sure. What do you want?
I want you to bring me some wine. Just one small urn should do it. Oh, don't look at me like that. I know this must be hard for you to wrap your sweet little pleb head around. So what do you need me to spell out?
What do you want in wine?
Let me tell you something about Malleolus. He talks a lot about freedom, but what he doesn't tell you is that he means freedom for men. After all I've done for him, counseling him through his entire election campaign, and he had the audacity to lock me in here. He said it was for my own good, and that my drinking was unbecoming of a lady, let alone the wife of a magistrate. I'll show him unbecoming.
Oh dear.
Tonight, at his victory party, I'm going to get good and merry, and if he tries to discipline me again, I'll threaten to expose his true identity in front of everyone. I am so looking forward to it.
That's all the questions I had.
You'll help me.
I have some wine right here.
Thank you. Here's the letter.
Yep.
Now, perhaps you can tell me who 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝 really is.
According to this bounty letter from Emperor Nero, he's the person who started the fires in Rome last year.
He's... Oh no. That's... quite a lot more serious than I imagined. I only wanted some leverage over him, not to destroy him. Give me that immediately. Nobody else must know.
Sure, you can have this one. I can always get another copy. Sure, you can have it. No one else will ever know. Lie.
Thank you. Now, I think it's best if you...
All right, I'll be going now. Wow, that's a lot of money. Okay, so now we know... Now we know. But how do we... I think we just have to piss her off and keep it, right? I think we just have to piss her off and keep it. Can we talk? I don't think Malleus just hunch. I just hate blah 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 blah. What do you want? Actually, I don't have any questions. Here, have some wine.
What?
No, I think I'll hang on to it. I didn't lie to
It
you.
was a lie of a mission. You were planning.
I'll be going now.
I curse you. I curse. This is outrageous.
Okay, my friend.
Still here? You again.
I want you to withdraw from the election.
Why would I withdraw?
Because you're quenches. Your wife gave me your love letter, and Nero wants you dead.
So, it finally caught up with me. I suppose that makes you, what? One of Nero's assassins?
No, I'm not, fortunately for you.
So, you're not going to kill me?
Not if you withdraw from the election immediately and release everyone in debt bondage to you.
Oh, so much work and money. Oh, well, if I do it, do you let me live?
I will.
Fine. Ruling this cesspit of a city would have been beneath me anyway. There, you got what you wanted. Now, please, leave my villa and never speak.
Okay. Now we just have to figure out how to get him elected. 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝. What's she doing over here?
Hello?
Are you still busy? Why are you still busy? You're walking. That's not busy. You're not busy. Are you still busy? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Priestess, Malleolus has decided to withdraw from the election.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, well, that's surprising. But thank you for telling me. I'll let everyone know.
Right now?
Citizens, I have an announcement. Malleolus has withdrawn his candidacy from today's election. Unless any new challengers are nominated by nightfall, Sentius will be re-elected magistrate by default. That is all.
Now can you talk?
𝐂𝐫𝐥𝐿 again. Did you find what you need?
What's the status of the election?
Malleolus has withdrawn for some unknown reason, so unless somebody else is nominated by the end of the day, Sentius will win by default. Why do you ask?
I'd like to nominate Galerius.
Oh, what a good idea. He is a virtuous and decent man after all. I happen to agree he'd make a wonderful magistrate.
Okay.
Certainly.
I'll be going now. Alright, so now... making popular among a majority of the voters. You can't vote. Hello there.
A fellow greetings. I'm Georgius.
Yeah. I really want to ask you some questions. Who are you going to vote for?
Did you know he saved the life of my young friend Fabia? The man is a hero.
Let's talk about something else. I'll be going now. Oh, because I did a bunch of these different things and had him go and do it. Let's see if we can get him.
𝐂𝐫𝐤𝐿 again.
Election.
Why?
Can we start the election now?
Said, I'm planning to hold it before dark.
Holding it early may prevent conflict between the voters.
Yes, I have overheard some rather unpleasant arguments. The last thing we need here is additional conflict. Very well. I'll get things started right away.
Let's see what happens. Okay. Is this where you hold the elections? Where you going?
Hello?
Hi, I already talked to you. Bye-bye.
Citizens, it is time. Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
The election's on. Where are they going? Why are you going so slowly? Oh, they're going to the forum? Oh, you're already here. Opius. So I think there's probably at least 3 votes for... I think we might have gotten him to win. Is it just taking long for people to come because they're like coming from across the city? What's happening?
Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus, Gallus Galerius Helva. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier today. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Galerius. He saved the life of my dear friend Fabia.
Dacius.
Sentius.
Virgil.
Sentius.
Ulpius.
Galerius, the man who saved my life.
Rufius.
The man who treated my rheumatism. Valerius.
Nice!
Citizens, you have made your decision. But it seems we have a draw.
Aw.
In the absence of a clear consensus, Sentius shall continue as acting magistrate until a new election is held, 1 month from today.
My fellow citizens, today you
Yeah.
sent me a message, and I want you to know
So
I
who's it?
heard loud and clear. I vow to spend the
Dacius
next month winning back your trust.
and Horatius.
Thank you for this opportunity.
I have to get
and
Dacius.
may the gods watch over you.
You and your rival, whatever your name is, you're responsible for this, aren't you? Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners interfering in an election.
Shut up and let the magistrate speak.
Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Wait, I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies. It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Welp. That started a time thing. All right, I think we gotta figure out how to get one more person on our side, huh? That's good to know.
Salve, friend. Might
Yeah. Do this. Rufius has been threatening Virgil, but if you...
Poor Virgil. Poor Rufius too, I guess.
This.
I'll go, but once I'm done...
I don't know if that's enough. But... in the meantime... because it takes so damn long for all this... That's why you get him to be the runner.
Tantalus cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes just as the oak, but it...
I'll be going now. I don't need to talk to you again. I'm sorry you feel bad again. After we had a heart-to-heart moment, but now you don't remember anything?
That's quite an impressive bow you have there. Just like Diana's.
Yes, it is just like Diana's.
On your best behavior, I trust.
Okay. Let's do the Greek plaque. So I think those are the different endings, right? Where you have either get Proserpina to help you or confront Pluto.
Greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens
Yep.
my
Do you know where I might find a Greek
in a
plaque?
city full of Romans, you are asking me because I am Greek. Let me tell you something about Greeks and Romans. My name is Georgios, yes, but the Romans, they do not care. They hear me say Georgios and they think, ah, he must mean Georgius. Good Roman name. They do this all the time. They see us worshipping Zeus, they copy us but call him Jupiter. They take Hades and call him Pluto, Persephone, Proserpina. I am flattered that they copy our ideas, but why must they change the names? Do they want credit for making it all up? Do they want to forget where it came from? At first, I pull my hair out. After a while, I give up, and I become Georgius the Roman. I accept
What the fuck is that?
Yes, I have no hair left to pull. But my point is this. If you
Oh, that's the shrine.
name, look no further than the sticky-fingered Romans. The plaque you seek was pilfered from a collection of old Greek relics by none other than Dully. He cannot help it. Like a typical Roman, he likes shiny things, especially those that once belonged to my people. And besides, it makes him happy. So I say, let him keep it. I believe he still has it with him, in his cell, just opposite the Temple of Demeter.
Thank you.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
That was a lot more of a tirade than I expected from him.
Salve.
Hello? Hello?
About that Greek
Do you
plaque you
like
saw.
it? It's shiny, innit? It makes me happy just looking at it.
May I please have it?
If I gave it to you, then I wouldn't have it anymore, and I'd be sad.
I need it for something. What's it going to take for me to give it to you? I need it for something really important.
It's mine, and I really like it. I want to keep it.
All right, what's it going to take?
Well, if you get me out,
Let me talk to the magistrate. Yeah, I know.
like,
Yeah, yep.
yeah, Galerius will let me out. Then you can have my.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, so we know that. So all that ties to Galerius still yet. Why can't I change? Can I change your vote?
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff. Hi. Hello there, friend. May I say, that is...
You'd never believe me if I told
I'll
you.
take your word for it. But perhaps you'd be interested in selling it to me. I mean, it's not as if you have any use for it down here.
It's not for sale.
Let me know if you change your mind.
Who are you going to vote for?
Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting her?
I'd like you to vote for Sentius? Oh.
Certainly.
I'll be going
Very
now.
well.
Oh, I have to let all this stuff happen. Okay. Egyptian plaque. Talk to 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝, the only Egyptian in the place. You're Virgil.
How'd you do?
Where's 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝? Why do I have to talk to Aurelia? Oh, because she's the whatchamajigger the rumor, because he's no longer here. That's why. Okay. I got you. I also have a broken ankle.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades.
The only way out is whoever wrote this was interrupted, perhaps tragically.
This again. You're in a world of
Oh. I don't think I've ever been here. What's over there? A chest? Oops. More arrows. Cool. I'll take it. Oh, there's a chest down here, too. Ooh. Money. Not that it really matters, but... How much do I have now? 3,000. Hi there. Die!
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Okay.
Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia.
Nice to meet you.
I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before. A certain learning and sophistication.
Don't waste your breath. I know you're a horrible person. Not interested,
Oh,
sorry.
I see. You prefer the company of men. Maybe you should go and make friends with Virgil instead. I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
Looking for 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝. Have you seen him?
Not for a few weeks now. Last time I saw him, he was sitting at a table with Georgius, whispering about some job. I remember because they kept looking over their shoulders as if they didn't want anyone else to know. So, naturally, I hovered.
Hovered?
The one word I kept hearing was vanishing. And then, the next day, 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝 just disappeared. Coincidence? I think not.
Heard any interesting gossip?
Certainly, for 10 denarii.
Here's 10 denarii.
Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now she just stands around caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair.
That's the shame of it, right? All right, bye.
Whatever you like.
We're going
All
now. All roads lead back to Georgius. Georgius. Oh, might as well actually grab the money while we're here. 167. 67.
Greetings and salutations. Hello again, my sartorial friend. What is on your mind?
I'm looking for 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝, and I heard you were one of the last people to see him.
I knew this day would come. I do not wish to lie to you, my friend, but even discussing this matter is dangerous. Please, let us leave the live coals safely beneath the ash.
You can trust me. We foreigners have to stick together, remember?
Very well, but the magistrate would not look kindly upon this, so please keep it to yourself.
I'm good at it.
For several months now, I have been sneaking out at night to worship the gods of my ancestors in the temple of Demeter. Each day, I leave offerings of food in the hope that we may have a bountiful harvest, and yet the next day when I return, the food is missing.
How strange.
So I ask, who or what is devouring the food in this temple? Stranger still. Once I sat in front of my shop like the 100-eyed Argus until dawn to see if I could spot a thief going in. But do you know what I saw?
I have no idea.
Nothing. Nobody entered. And yet when I went to take a look, my offering was gone. It is bizarre, is it not? When I told my friend 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝 of this at the tavern, he offered to help investigate. He went in, and to my dismay, he was never seen again.
Where's the Temple of
It
Demeter?
is the only Greek temple in the city. Head towards the baths, and it is the last building on your right.
I'm off to the temple then.
I do not think you should pursue this, my friend. It would break my heart to be responsible for 2 people disappearing. But you do not strike me as a kind of person to be deterred by such warnings, so just be careful, I beg you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Time to save. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Don't. I'll be right back, message. Okay, back. Turn off the be right back message. All right. So one of the things I'm finding very interesting about this game is just, and I know it's won awards, like it won a Writers Guild Award, I think, or something like that. But the way that it's like intermeshed, a lot of these things, and like, so in theater we call a lot of things like in plays like triggers and heaps, where like a trigger happens and then the heap is the result. And a well-written play is a series of triggers and heaps, and usually it's something that the director, or obviously the writer, the playwright, would be worried about. But it's kind of interesting because this is like this is not linear. There's a lot of different paths, some of them leading back to each other and some of them interwoven. So it's very interesting. Okay. How did no one find this? Seriously? All right, we save just in case. Hello. A Greek lyre, played by being strummed with a plectrum. Hello. Crumbling Greek sculpture of a woman. Clearly this has been here for a long time. Yeah, now we're talking about Greek stuff, huh? Okay. I mean... Oh, hi.
Ah, a visitor. Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
I'm
It's a
𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝.
sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
I'm looking for a plaque that was removed from the obelisk.
Ah, yes, that cursed thing. I know exactly where it is. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I've been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule?
Pluto.
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
Sounds easy enough.
Wonderful. Then let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
Yes.
And to what extent? In every situation?
In most situations.
So, you're not entirely confident. That is quite sensible. Indeed, I'm reminded of something Socrates once said. To paraphrase, better to know that you know nothing than to know nothing and think that you know. It is because knowledgeable people have learned enough to know they know very little in the broader scheme of things. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the Golden Rule, morality matters.
the slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
Whose version of right and wrong?
That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
I think there's no such thing as a correct morality.
So is it up to each of us to decide what right and wrong mean to us individually? Or must we simply follow the laws and customs of whichever community we're in?
I think we need to follow the laws and customs of our community.
You know, I think you'd find an ally in Herodotus, a scribe from among my people who lived some 400 years ago. He told the story of a man named Darius, whose curiosity was piqued when he learned that a certain tribe had the practice of eating their dead. He asked some Greeks who burnt their dead, "What would it take for you to eat your dead?" Aghast, they replied, "Nothing." Then he asked the tribe who ate their dead, "What would it take for you to burn your dead?" "Nothing," they replied, equally aghast. From this, Herodotus concluded that custom is king, that right and wrong are merely local ideas which do not survive the journey from one tribe to another. I take it you're in agreement?
Yes.
Then let me ask you this. If you visited a tribe where they ate each other, copulated with the dead and drank wine from cups made out of human skulls, would you still maintain that within such a tribe there is nothing wrong with such conduct?
Yes.
Disturbing. And while I do not agree with you, at least you would have the support of Herodotus.
What's your point?
My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
I'm not sure about that. What about do not kill? Yep, fair point.
If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them.
Too true.
And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all.
I'm not sure about that.
Reasonable minds may differ, and if utopia really is possible, then I would be glad to be wrong. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
So part of the reason why I say that I don't quite agree with it is the root. When they talk about tyrant, it talks about an absolute ruler, right? And I think they actually, is it Greek? Is it from the Greek? But the thing is that tyranny in and of itself, you can have an enlightened dictatorship, basically, right? So it depends on how you want to actually view freedoms. The idea of being underneath a tyranny, and that cannot be utopia. I'm not sure that's necessarily mutually exclusive. I think it's mutually exclusive in a vast majority of situations, because part of the problem is that even if you happen to have a tyrant that is like enlightened and wonderful and everything like that, human beings only survive for very long, and the systems tend not to stay for very long. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, especially if you have something like that where it's based off of the rule of one person and their power and everything like that. Like, we've seen in monarchies and things like that, that often the person who comes in afterwards is, you know, they maybe the next ruler is fine as well, but like, you know, string together like, you know, 5, 6 of them, and eventually it's gonna break. All right, back to the game. What's your story?
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story.
I'm listening.
I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night, I found myself in a tavern in an argument with a drunken mercenary.
Okay, that sounds bad.
Heated, he drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life. I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
Hades, you mean Pluto?
They are one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto, but long before that, my people called him Hades.
Where is everyone else?
I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝 some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years.
How have you survived down
Living
here?
in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation, so I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner.
Why can't you return to the
My
surface?
generation was wiped out, turned to gold many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here. I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again.
Why can't you tell me your
I
name?
fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
Let's talk about something
As
else.
you wish.
𝐂𝐫𝐞. Let's talk about 𝐂𝐫𝐞.
I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the shrine of Persephone became the shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
I'm with you so far.
However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription.
How did it get
I
here?
had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow 𝐂𝐫𝐤𝐥𝐿.
What's in there?
There are certain things you must see for yourself. Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate.
Take the item? Cool. I'll be going now.
I enjoyed our chat, but please, keep my presence here a secret, yes?
Alright, I will. Fish. Yeah, fish. Oh, just this way? No. This way. Took this bathtub and made it into a little resting area. Nice place you got here. Right, let's save so we don't have to go through that again. This must be one of the philosopher's 11 friends who he outlived. Aww. Huh. Oh. Arrows, thank you. Why do I... Egyptian board game. Seems to be locked from the other side. Why do I have a feeling I'll need the arrows? Fuck. Oh, I probably could have actually just gone around him. You don't see me. Spooky, guys. Why can't I go up this? Why is it spooky in here? Spooky. Egyptian plaque would translate to "the many shall suffer for the sins of the one." Oh my god, seriously? Okay, he wasn't kidding when he said it's been going on a while, huh? The statue of 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝, an ancient Egyptian deity said to guard against evil spirits and welcome the dead to the underworld. Wow. Okay. The many yep. Okay. So this has been going on. The Egyptians had this happening too. So maybe it. Hi there.
Stop. Do not come any closer. Who are you?
I'm 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝. Who are you?
I am 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝. And let me guess. Another Greek or Roman come to loot and plunder the resting place of my ancestors.
I'm just looking for an Egyptian plaque.
To what end?
I want to return it to the obelisk.
That is welcome news. You really are not Greek or Roman, are you? I was planning to return it myself, but for now, I must remain. Here, take it and restore the honor of Osiris.
That was easy. That was a little too easy. Thanks.
Now, as for the other plaque.
Do you know where I can find it?
I have it right here. I stumbled across a collection of dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hungry children of Amit, and there it was.
May I have it?
You may not. In fact, I am about to destroy it.
Why?
Because it speaks a treacherous, blasphemous lie.
How so?
I will tell you, but first, do you know what this place is?
The what?
Indeed, and I see you know our history. This is the Duat. See what has become of it. I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its story. And here is what I have learned. As Egypt declined and the Greeks had their turn to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers. But instead of adopting our ways, they copied and corrupted them. When they found the obelisk bearing the name Osiris, the true god of the underworld, they desecrated it, removing his name and replacing it with Hades. Even the ferryman of the dead, known to my people long before as 𝐂𝐫𝐞, they renamed to 𝐂𝐫𝐞. As if that desecration was not enough, they built over this place, using it as the foundation for their own underworld.
That's pretty messed up.
Ours was forgotten. My only solace is that the Greeks then suffered the same fate when the Romans rose to power, renaming Hades to Pluto, and the cycle began anew.
I see why you'd be happy with it. Unhappy with them.
To hear it, which brings me to this other fourth plaque. It is inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the plaque bearing Osiris's name. But if that is so, it would imply the gods of Egypt are mere imitations too, copied and corrupted from an ancient people who prospered even before us, and that my people did to them what the Greeks and Romans did to us. But this, I cannot accept. I sense a deception. Perhaps it is the work of Set, the usurper, seeking to undermine Osiris once more.
What does the inscription say?
You will never know. This work of sacrilege must be destroyed, thrown into the black abyss below in Osiris's name.
Please don't.
You are too late. It is done.
I wish he hadn't done that.
It would not have gone any other way. It was Osiris's will. Now, the thing of evil you sought is gone. Why are you still here?
What's your story?
I am from Rakotis, which you may know as Alexandria, the name of the city the Greeks built over it. I was a fisherman, like my father before me. Since the Romans had taken over from the Greeks, I took the opportunity to learn Latin and eventually traveled to Rome. When the fires broke out last year, I tried to help, I gathered terrified locals into my boat and led many of them to safety farther along the Tiber. On my 7th trip, a passenger demanded I wait for his brother. But we were full to almost sinking, and smoke was all around us. I told him his brother would have to save himself, and he tried to bribe me by placing a coin into my hand. When I refused, he drew a dagger and thrust it between my ribs. I awoke on the banks of the river to a stranger wearing a ram headdress. He said his name was 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝, and at the time, I simply thought him odd. It did not dawn on me until much later that he was the 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝, the ram-headed ferryman described in the Book of the Dead.
What do you think is down there?
I do not know. What could possibly lie beneath the underworld?
I guess I'll find out.
Darkness. Perhaps it is the lair of Amit, the devourer of souls. All I know is it would be unwise to venture down there.
That just makes me want to go down there even more.
Everyone so contrary where you are from, do not even consider it.
I'll be going now.
Be gone from this place. Wait, you are planning to go down there. I see it in your eyes.
We'll see.
I urge you, return to the surface with the Romans. It will be safer for you.
Well, you're the one that threw the frickin' plaque down there. Ha! Oh, it's water. Sumerian. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Barricades. An eroded set of barricades. It looks like these Sumerians are trying to defend themselves from something. They're fleeing from this direction. But I can't go there. The game won't let me. So I must flee in the direction they went. At least I don't hear anything yet. Corroded blast plate. Sumerian markings on it appears to be a pressure plate for some kind of trap. I'm gonna save and I'm gonna step on it. Whoa! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know if that was a good idea. That might be the way I have to go, though. Yeah, because I can't go this way. It's not letting me. The spikies. They put spikies. So I guess I have to go up. Or try to. No. No. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that boulder was blocking over here. Maybe that's the thing. And I just bypassed it. A strange stone object in the shape of a suitcase. We'll probably never know what it was for. Barricades. Beyond the barricades, is there a world you long to see?
When I told you that you would not find a way back up, that was not a prediction. That was a promise. You will die here.
There's no need for this.
I disagree. I warned you against coming down here, against perpetuating this sacrilege, but you persisted. You have undermined and dishonored the true god of the underworld. How did you think this would end, if not with bloodshed?
Just hear me out.
Very well, I will listen. But if I sense deception, or if you further insult my gods, I will carry out my threat. So tell me,
okay,
why should I let you live after you salvaged this instrument of blasphemy?
If something can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth. There's no shame in building on the works of people who came before you. I'm just trying to replace all the plaques taken from this. Truth!
Then you admit it. You wish to destroy the sacred beliefs of my people. I will not allow this. Many of my ancestors endured great hardship to live good lives so that we may descend to the Duat in death and be judged accordingly. We prepare to have our hearts weighed on Anubis' scales and to swear ourselves innocent of sin before the 42 assessors of Ma'at. And yet, I arrive here to find the Book of the Dead contained only a seed of truth. And now, I ask myself, did our priests steal and embellish the stories of an older people and feed us lies all our lives?
He's making my argument for me.
Into obedience?
Isn't being a good person a worthwhile pursuit in and of itself?
I am not sure I follow. Speak plainly.
Even if your beliefs about the afterlife weren't quite accurate, isn't the important things they motivated you to live good lives? If you're only good in life because you expected a reward, were you really a good person? Ooh.
Now you insult me and all of my ancestors. You have sealed your own fate.
That's fine. I have a... Wait, if you attack me, you'll break the golden rule.
Good. I welcome it. You see, the philosopher told me that each time it breaks, Osiris bellows with rage, and his voice shakes the very foundations of the earth. I can only hope one more tremor will lay waste to this fragile place once and for all, and you along with it.
The many shall suffer.
Oh, shit.
For the sins of the one.
Well. Well.
When I told you...
Yep. There's no need. Just hear me out.
Why?
I'm just trying to replace all the plaques taken from the desecrated.
To what end?
I'm hoping I'll earn me an audience with the god of the underworld.
What?
I'm going to pay him my respects.
What do you know about honor?
Nothing really, but does anyone really know much about him?
You speak the truth. Indeed, it seems we have all been deceived. Many of my ancestors endured great hardship.
Yep.
Yet I did our... I am... Perhaps there is some truth in that. What is your point?
Are you going to abandon a lifetime of good character now that it matters most just because you found out you were misled?
You are persuasive. Very well.
Process of elimination.
You live, and you may do what you will with that plaque. I will remain here for a while and attempt to learn what I can about the foundations of my people's beliefs. Go.
Thank you. Pardon me. Bye-bye. I'm going to have you turn to gold the next time I have to, like, cycle through. Well, maybe not. Actually, that's funny because so why were we subject to the golden rule down here, but the philosopher's not? Is it because we're in this area? Is it because we're in that city? Is that why? Will I ever know? Am I going in the right direction? I don't think so. Oops. Okay, this is the right direction to go back out. I want quick travel. Actually, that would probably make this game too fast. Never mind.
You've returned.
Yep.
Good to see you again, friend. Did you find what you need?
Yep.
I enjoyed our chat.
All right. All right. I will. The many. So we just need the Greek plaque, right? I should talk to the only Greek resident. Okay. How do I get out of here again? This way.
You've returned.
No, stop. Stop. I get caught on like edges of things. Which is probably just you know, a symptom of how the game was built in textures and things like that. Hello? All right. He watches through their eyes. I wonder if Pluto watches through the men's eyes and Proserpina through the women's eyes.
Hey, my friend. Have you discovered anything about...
I have, but just telling you about it might break the golden rule.
Truly, my imagination runs wild. But if what you say is true, I will have to satisfy myself with being dissatisfied. Should I stop my offerings, though? Is there any danger?
You should keep leaving them, trust me.
Very well. I will trust your judgment, my friend.
Oh, he trusts the judgment of someone he met like literally a couple hours ago, according to like from his view. Do you know where I might find the
In a
Glac?
city full of Romans, you are asking me? Because my name is 𝐂𝐫𝐿𝐿, yet they do this all the time. I am flattered that at first I pulled, but my point is this. If you want to know, the plague you seek was pilfered from...
Oh, that's where it is. Yep, derp.
I hope that our paths cross again.
Derp. All right. Let's make another save. I'm going to take another quick break. I'm going to use the restroom, grab a drink, and I will be right back. I'll leave you with the music this time instead of the potty break thing. Because if I go to the potty break screen... Actually, I can do the potty break screen and then come back. Wait. See, I do the potty break screen, and then I come back to this. So you have music at least? All right. All right. We're back. Let me take off the be right back message. All right. So we're at a place where the Greek plaque, water under the bridge, figure out how to get into the upper cistern, the virtuous man, make him popular amongst the voters. So right now the problem is you.
Hello there, friend. May I say?
You never believe me if I told you. It's not for sale. Who are you going to vote for?
Yes, I suppose.
I'd like you to vote for 𝐂𝐫𝐤𝐿.
And what's he going to do for me? He's nothing.
Would a gift change your mind?
Certainly. For a few thousand denarii.
Are you sure it won't break the golden rule?
Eager about it.
No way I'm paying that. I'll find another way. How we going now? Because I think what's going to happen if that does happen is that it doesn't really matter because, like, what's his butt over there is going to break the golden rule anyway. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
I know about your creature. Don't worry about me.
It's your funeral.
Are there any more? Huh. Ah! What the F?
You. Who are you? Did he send you?
I'm 𝐂𝐫𝐞. Nobody's saying.
You have to help me escape before that monster comes back.
What's going on here?
Tell her. I found a way out through the gate of Horn, but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever, or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key.
Who did this to you?
Sentius, my adoptive father. Furies help me. I'll castrate and crucify him.
How hasn't this broken the golden rule?
No. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either.
What will you do if I release you?
I'm going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat to get it. I'm done caring about the golden rule. I just want out. Help me, and we can escape together.
What about the
There
others?
won't be enough time. Just you and me. What do you say?
What if I round up everyone so they're ready to escape once the golden rule is broken?
No time. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. Quick, you have to let me go. It's now or never.
We're gonna...
Thank you. Now follow. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
Huh?
What did you do with Scintilla? Where
Oh my god, this place is way more messed up than I thought. As if I tell you.
That is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. It's a shame, really, if you'd just done what you were supposed to. You'd have been looping through time forever until you gave up and killed yourself. Just like that soft-hearted pleb, Al.
You remember Al?
Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything.
Interesting.
You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you were a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I'd have preferred if you'd given me more time to enjoy the trappings of my success. How many extra days did you give me? Just the 6? Not a lot compared with Al, but I've seized every day nonetheless. In any case, there's no escape for you except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Better to end it all now than find out what awaits you beyond that portal. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
So you asked me to figure out who was going to break the golden rule, knowing I would fail every time. You knew there was a way out, and you even locked up your own daughter. Yeah.
Of course. There's no way you could have succeeded. Every soul who has ever found themselves here has broken the golden rule eventually. It is inevitable. Man will always sin sooner or later. Any idiot could tell you this, but where others might see tragedy, I saw opportunity. As I told you the first time we met, I found a way to cheat death. By reliving the same day over and over again forever. And I will continue living long after your dust.
You knew there was a way out and even locked up your own daughter to keep it a secret. Why?
Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all
wow.
this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face, the music of birds chirping. And as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see? I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely, to cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself?
Let's see you cheat your way out of this.
Do you really think you could take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow?
I probably could, but I'm not going to let her have this one. But I'm going to let her have this one.
Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
We're rewinding.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm...
Alworth, I came in here to find you.
Here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝.
Oh, that's strange. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kind of rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina. Freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her captor, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city and turning them into gold. Apparently, the only person to survive was Scintilla, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
Actually, that was me.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand.
When I first arrived here in the present day, I found your corpse hanging from a noose.
I'm sorry, come again?
I saw the suicide note you carved into this tablet here.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing. But I don't understand how I could have written it.
It was written by a different version of you. I changed the past and your fate.
I'm not following.
I helped Scintilla kill the man who opened the time portal and drew you back in time, preventing it from ever happening.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this?
Pretty much.
I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping that poor woman to escape. That's a lot to take in.
Enough talk. How about we get out of this place?
We can escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used, if we can find it.
It's right here in the cistern. Follow me. Go to the river.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple.
Good idea.
You go on ahead. I'll be there soon.
Somehow I doubt you will, but that's fine. Bye.
You're back. But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
I found him. He'll be here in a moment.
What a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
Or discover your real name is Charon, or was it 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝?
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
Who are you really?
You can just call me Charon, if you like. I'm sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met.
Spooky
I
eyes.
do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time.
What truth is that?
That you died, of course. You were dead when I brought you here. My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld, has always been to assist the chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead.
How did I die?
Usually, when people do not remember how they died, it is because they suffered a terrible trauma. Most souls would rather not remember. Ask yourself honestly, do you really want to know?
Yes.
As you wish. You were murdered. You were exploring an old tomb when you discovered a cache of forgotten relics, including 2 silver coins of ancient origin.
Unfortunately, as you emerged into daylight, you were set upon by two thieves.
Bummer.
A nearby hiker saw the scuffle break out and leapt to your aid, trying to help you recover your bounty. You both fought bravely, but your assailants were armed, and you were not.
Oh, that's
There was
Al.
nothing you or your ally could have done.
My ally Al?
He died instantly at the scene, and you followed a few hours later. That man's name was 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝. You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝 by some, and so it was my duty to bring you here.
What's so special about these coins?
You have heard the tales of the Greeks and Romans burying their dead with a coin in their mouths to pay the ferrymen for passage across the river. Well, those stories contained a seed of truth, but not any coin would do. A long time ago, my master created 1,000 silver coins and had me distribute them across the world. My orders were simple. Whenever a person died in possession of a coin, I was to locate them and ferry them here.
Why?
That is a question you would have to ask him, if that were still possible, in light of the path you have chosen. I am just his servant, doing his bidding. Only now, I find myself bereft of purpose. You see, the coins on you and Al were the last of the 1,000 in existence. There is nobody else to ferry here. Nobody to keep you company. After 5,000
Oh,
years,
weird.
the underworld has finally run its course.
Can you return us?
I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of, well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here. I think she meant for you to read it. Here, take a look.
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this, but I want you to know that I will never forget you, or what you did for me. It pains me that so many dear friends were not so fortunate. Ulpius, Sentia, Lucretia, Horatius, Galerius, poor Dooley, and the others. But please understand, their blood is on my hands, not yours. I will live with the consequences of my actions, and all I can do is move forward, trying to show others the same compassion you showed me. I promise you that saving my life will not be for nothing. Scintilla.
Aww.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
All right, Karen. Ferry us home. I reached ending 2 of 4. Well, that was kind of fun. That was interesting. I'm not that far from the... I don't know how far I am from confronting the god. Oh my god, they actually put their faces in the credits. But yeah. I think I'll actually play a little more. See about maybe getting another one of the endings. Because I don't think I'm that far. Probably not that far. Oh. Oh, sorry. I gotta go back. Okay.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
Because you're a dickhead.
Isn't the great temple majestic? A new face. Oh.
Can I ask you some questions about escaping the underworld? If he was right, we're in the underworld.
That is quite a lot.
Yep.
Let's see. If we don't have much to go on. Herc, sis, and so it's.
All right, I better get back to it. Let's.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff. Hello there,
You never believe me. It's not for sale. Who are you going to vote for? Let me bribe him.
Yeah? Certainly.
Fine.
Pleasure doing business.
I'll be going now. I don't think, unfortunately, even if I do, even if he wins, where'd What's Her Butt go? Oh, Vestal Priestess, where'd you go?
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Citizen.
Citizen. What's the status of election? Can we start the election now? Holding it early might prevent. Oh, he died in a different position this time. It takes a while because everyone's so slow. Where did you come from? We've got to figure out some way to keep them from doing the... Because I think what's going to happen is that our guy is going to win, but the other guy is still going to step in and break the golden rule, and we'll have to run anyway. Can we have this part go faster? Can Can we have this part go a little faster?
Voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and late nominee Gallus Galerius.
While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna get whatever's up here.
We shall dispense with ballots, and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Galerius. He saved the life of my dear friend Fabia.
Dacius.
Galerius.
Virgil.
The man who put a stop to the threats I've been receiving. Galerius.
Ulpius.
Galerius, the man who saved my life.
Rufius.
The man who treated my rheumatism. Galerius.
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Gallus Galerius Helva.
What?
It has been decided. Magistrate Galerius, would you like to make a brief address?
I just want to say, this isn't something I ever wanted. Now that you put your trust in me, I'm going to do everything I can not to let you down. I'll need some time to put together a list of the changes I want to make around here. But I promise you, there will be changes. My first order is that Dooley is to be freed. Horatius, release him from his cell immediately. Please. Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not. That's it. You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
He's just like, what? Oh, so that worked. That worked, and I'll be able to get the plaque. I'll be able to get the plaque.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there. Just like Diana's.
Fortune smiles on you today, Julius. Magistrate Galerius here has ordered your release.
You're going to let me out?
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer.
Isn't
so be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
Yes.
I will. I will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home and rest. I'll speak with you soon, Dooley.
Hi, Vivid V. Thank you for the follow.
Again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
Vivid? You never believe me if I told you.
On. I just did as you asked. The least you can do is level with me. I'll keep it between
VV
us.
to make it easier? Okay, sounds good. I'm reliving the same day over and over again.
You're toying with me, right? Wait, you're not kidding, are you? That's the only way you could have known. You're a bit like... Oh, what was his name? Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Old King Sisyphus.
How so?
Sisyphus was a Greek king a long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a terrible punishment. He was forced to push a great boulder up to the top of a hill. Only, just as it reached the top, it would roll all the way back down to the bottom, forcing him to start over and over and over again, for all eternity. Just like you. Actually, now that I think about it, there are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. Tantalus was made to grasp at fruit on a tree he could never quite reach. The Pleiades had to keep fetching water in a sieve. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel going round and round forever. But on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were.
Right, at least I'm not stuck in the underworld. Yeah, at least there's that.
Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get yourself into this position, friend, but you seem all right to me. So, I'll tell you what. I'll keep doing whatever I can to help you. And you just focus on finding a way to break the cycle you're in.
You're a good man, 𝐂𝐫𝐤𝐿𝐼us.
That's kind of you to say. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if I'll remember this next time we talk anyway, right? Oh, and if our conversations ever start
He
to
got
annoy
the,
you,
he's
just
quick on the
tell me your
uptake, this one.
business. I know when I'm not wanted. May fortune smile on you, friend.
All right, now I have the plaque. Oh.
Hello?
Yes, that's me.
Oh, thank you. You're a big helper. I was locked up, but they let me out again. I'm so happy.
You're welcome.
You can have my shiny plaque if you want, and maybe you can help me find my treasure. My friend Hannibal used to look after me, and he said he always would, but then he died. But before that, he told me if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious.
What was
He
it?
gave me a key to the cisterns and told me to keep it safe. He said there's something very precious way up high. Please help me find it. Please. I had to keep it a secret until I found someone I could trust.
Sure. All right, I'll help you.
Oh, thank you. Here's the key. Hope you find it. In the cisterns, way up high, Hannibal said. Oh, look over there. Something shiny. Is it treasure?
Oh my goodness.
Maybe it is treasure.
All right. Yes. What do you want? I think the cistern is just going to get me back to what's her butt being there, right? I think yeah, I have to go there to go up. Actually, I could have gone the other way. I think I could have gone the other way. I keep going this way when I probably could go back around from the other side by where the temple is. But all right, let's well, does it not tell me where the cistern is? It's up there, right?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
What the hell happened? Oh! Oh, that's another one right there, too. It didn't see me. I don't think it may not have seen me. Is it just because it's the end of the day or something like that? And then someone does something? No, I guess it's fine. Because we just go back here. Yeah, it takes care of some things. Here, here.
Alright, let me see.
There, and now go. So at least people don't die. So at least people don't die. That's the idea. I hope. Is the upper cistern up here? Is that where it is? Probably, right? Because the lower cistern's down there. Okay. Alright, let's see where the cistern is. I think it's not here. We're here? A big rock? Oh, I think it's here, right? Is this? Yeah, I think... The door's open. Oh god, yep. It just leads to the same ending again. What were they doing with these rocks?
Salve, friend.
Pluto, Father Riches, grant me an audience. Hades, Lord of Many, grant me an audience. Oh. Looks like she's dancing. Osiris, Lord of Silence, grant me an audience. Okay. There we go, the fierce one, grant me an audience. Bro, I went sci-fi all of a sudden. Oh, she's stuck in here.
And here you are. Allow me to introduce myself. As you have already gathered, I've been known by many names. Nergal to the Sumerians, Osiris to the Egyptians, Hades to the Greeks, and Pluto to the Romans. But the one constant through it all has been my title, God of the Underworld. And I've been watching you with curiosity, mortal, ever since your arrival. You're unlike the others, aren't you? And what is more, you carry a weapon that was never intended for mortals to wield, and you do it so brazenly. But there will be time for your reckoning later. First, as a reward for undoing the desecration of my obelisk, I will allow you to satisfy your curiosity. Ask what you will.
Are you responsible for the golden rule?
That is merely the name your people have given to it, but yes, it is my doing.
Why turn people into gold?
That is a story dating back to the very first wave. After the Sumerians finished building their city, the self-declared ruler threw a banquet to celebrate. Now this man was unmarried, and many women were vying to become his wife, a prestigious position of power and influence in a new world. Of all the women, two were particularly ambitious. Both were beautiful, and both arrived at the banquet wearing eye-catching dresses and painted faces, their hair woven in elaborate fashion. The first woman, recognizing that she would require an advantage to win the ruler's affection, draped herself in jewelry, ornate necklaces, bracelets, and rings fashioned from gold. Seeing this ostentatious display, the second woman grew envious, for she had no such jewelry at her disposal. She prayed aloud to any gods that would listen to cover her in gold, and when her prayer went unanswered, she took matters into her own hands. While the others indulged at the banquet, the second woman summoned the first for a discussion in a quiet place. She checked that nobody was watching, and pushed her rival from the top of the ziggurat, where she broke her neck on the rocks below. But I was watching, and I decided to answer her prayer. I took the golden bow left behind by Diana, and I shot that woman in the heart, covering her from head to toe in a layer of molten gold. And I left her to stand there, that she might serve as a grim reminder of what befalls those who sin in my domain. But that was not enough, for the entire city was tainted by her sin, and the wager could no longer be won. So I had no choice but to wipe the slate clean. I gilded them all, to make way for a new wave, and began the wager again. And to this day, each of them, and all who came after, line the halls of this city, inanimate but conscious, suspended in time with only their sight and hearing preserved, so they may bear witness to and lament the folly of your kind for eternity, as silent golden sentinels.
So you're just responsible for destroying all these lives. Well, they're already dead. Let's talk about something else.
Very well.
That's all the questions I had, really. I don't really have any other questions.
And now it is time for your reckoning. Only, it seems, something is wrong. It has long been within my power to see into the hearts of mortals and weigh their deeds in life. But when I peer into you, I see only a blank slate, as if you did not exist until you appeared in this city. How is this possible? Charon, where did you find this one?
I do not remember ferrying you. How did you come here?
I'm from the future.
If that is true, then I sense the intervention of someone powerful.
How did you come to be in this time, mortal? Who brought you here?
He cannot know.
I was hoping you could tell me.
I do not know. My kin departed long ago, and Proserpina has slumbered for 3,000 years.
Shouldn't you know this as the god of the underworld?
Tread lightly, mortal. Enough of this. It seems I will need to put your reckoning on hold for now. But answer this. Why have you come here? What is it you seek?
I'd like you to put an end to the golden rule.
Your hubris is amusing, so I will allow you to make your case. But I warn you, if you anger me or waste my time with lies or wrong-headed arguments, you face death here.
But I'm already dead.
Tell me, why should I put an end to the so-called golden rule?
If you're doing this for love, you should know that. How can you expect us to live without sin if you can't do it yourself?
That is a very serious accusation, mortal. What sin have I committed? What evidence do you have to support it?
Didn't you abduct Proserpina and imprison her here?
I am well aware of the story told by the Greeks and Romans of my so-called abduction. It is entirely unfair. My love was dying, and I intervened the only way I could to save her life. What would you have done?
But didn't she choose to die?
It was an act of rebellion against the others. She knew I would have to act to save her, and I did because I loved her. I love her still. Accordingly, I reject your argument.
We've committed terrible punishments to hundreds of people, some for minor sins and some who committed no sins at all.
Every one of those people was guilty of failing to ensure their peers lived virtuously. They failed collectively, and so they were punished collectively. The Romans understand this, as did the Greeks before them.
If your positions were reversed, you wouldn't want me to punish you for the sins of other people.
Ah, but I am a god, and you are a mortal. Why would you expect me to treat you as I treat my own kind? You are not a peer. You are not a respected equal. Let me ask you this. Do you treat insects as you wish to be treated? Do you care for their well-being as you would your fellow man? Do you ensure they have food and shelter and protection from predators? Do you give them rights?
No.
Of course not. Because that would be absurd. Just as it would be absurd for me to treat your kind as equals.
Your kind and mine can't be so different given that you're in love with one of us.
My love for her does not mean I am not superior, now that she is mortal.
What makes... Perhaps you're not as different from humans as you think. My love for her does not mean I am not superior. What makes your kind superior to mine?
To begin, our lifespans exceed yours by thousands of years, in which time we accumulate vast wisdom and a mastery of technology you cannot begin to imagine.
Why does wisdom and technology make you superior?
Because that is the source of our power over you.
So you think you're not obliged to treat us fairly because you're more powerful than us?
You could say that.
I can't think of a good counter-argument. You're doing this for love. You should know that person that doesn't love you.
I see what you are doing. You are trying to undermine the one.
My apologies, I misspoke.
No.
Enough! Let's find out, shall we?
Pathetic. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Okay, I have the crown. Wait, what? Wait, what? What? What?
And here you allow no, but the and what did they first?
I don't have any questions.
When I carry on.
Maybe you're getting forgetful in your old age.
If that is...
How did you...
I was hoping you'd tell me.
Why?
I'm gonna kill you. Let's find out.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh my god, I have to survive this? I knew that would come in handy sooner or later. Oh, and this goes right into here. Wait, where am I? Wait. Wait. I'm trying to get there. Isn't there a way? Here it is. Wait. Why isn't Cynthia's coming? Well, at least I'm back to full health. Cynthius, you fucker. Fine. Fine, I'll try to make my way over to you. What the hell? He's just stuck in it. He's just sitting there. It's about freaking time. Son of a bitch. Ah.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Running. Running. How? He shot me through the fucking wall. No. Why is there one right there? Santius, move. I hope you're moving, Santius. Okay, I see him running this time. That's good. Oops. Do this, do this, do this, do this. That's it, bye-bye. We're saving lives. We're gonna try to end the golden rule. Let's see if we can get that last. Do we have it? How does he create this time loop that even he is outside of? That's kind of neat. That's messed up. All right, here we go again. Pluto. Hades. Osiris. Nergal.
And here you are. Allow me to introduce no, but the one and what is that they would prefer.
See this? It's Prospero's crown.
I would recognize that anywhere. And yet my beloved still wears hers. What is this? How did you come by it?
I took it from her after I killed her in another timeline.
You vile, despicable creature. Why would you do such a thing? And worse still, boast about it.
I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the rule, I would do it again.
You have put me in an impossible position. If I refuse, you will murder her. And yet, if I agree, I will lose my wager and return to Elysium, humiliated and alone.
Well, what's it going to be?
I do not see that I have a choice in this. Your treachery and savagery have opened my eyes like nothing I have witnessed in 3,000 years.
Yeah.
Now you have shown me your species' true colors, and I see that Proserpina was a fool to have ever believed in you at all. This has gone on too long. It is time for me to let go of this form, of her, of all of you. But know this, if I abandon the way journey for Elysium, neither she nor your kind may ever ascend.
We just want to return the world to the world. To the world.
I will have Carol make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest.
Why?
Once this exodus begins, the events that brought you to this moment will never have taken place, and you will have created a paradox. What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering in the natural flow of time. Now, are you ready?
I am ready.
You had best pray our paths never cross again, mortal.
Yeah. Yeah, Herculean task.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright.
Yeah, I think I came in here finding you. Blah, 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 blah,
They
blah.
believe that if even one person sinned, an unknown god would cast them. One day, just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine of Proserpina, an oracle appeared and told him how to solve the ills of the city, like saving the life of a dying woman, foiling an assassination attempt, and so on. Meanwhile, the oracle walked up to the temple of the mysterious god, this one right here, and demanded an audience. And the doors just opened up to him. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus, because the next thing he knew, the ground shook, and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough. Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered.
Well, they're all dead, so.
What became of him, and the other people who lived here? What happened to all the golden statues? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years?
Yup, that's me. Actually, that was me.
What? Oh, I see. For a moment there, I thought you were serious. Anyway, I think I found a way out through the aqueduct that brought water into the city. Follow me.
I'm right behind you. Get to the river again.
I'm gonna pause here for...
Good idea.
You go on ahead.
I think this is ending number 4, right? This is probably ending number 4.
You're back. But you're alone.
I found him. He'll be in a moment.
What a relief. Thank you. Why don't you tell me what you...
Charon. Yep,
I
hi.
see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
Actually, I don't. Who are you, really?
I do that you died.
How did I die? I suppose not.
Wise decision.
What's so special about these coins? Why?
That is, I am just only now. There is nobody else.
Can you return
I
us?
see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. And there was a tablet describing an oracle who confronted a god and undid an ancient curse.
Sounds like quite a story. And I look forward to hearing all about it. But you two look exhausted.
Sounds good to me.
And you?
Yep. And that's it. 1 year later, okay. I am an archaeologist after all. This my stuff?
Hey, you made it. It's great to see you again. I read your book, and what the critics said about it. I guess they weren't ready for your theories about the underworld. Anyway, after everything you've been through, I thought you might appreciate some good news. So after we got back to the real world, I started doing some research into the people mentioned in Galerius' tablet. And I found something strange. I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you. I just really wanted you to see this for yourself. Why don't you head on down there? I'll catch up with you at the other end.
You're finally here. Remember me?
Galerius, what?
Crazy story. After you disappeared, Charon appeared and told us she was returning us to the world. Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours. Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation, and I wasn't even sure if you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks for freeing us from the underworld and giving us a second chance at life.
What are you doing yourself with these days?
Oh, I used Charon's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on it too, with enough room for Dooley, of course. It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
So
I know. I can't believe my luck.
Wow.
Either.
Okay.
But we're engaged and living together. We're planning to get married next spring. If you're going to be around, we'd love to see you there.
I'd love that. Count me in. Good to see you again.
There's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you, so you better keep moving. We'll speak again soon, my friend.
Interesting.
Oh, hello. You're here. It's lovely to finally meet you. Galerius told me all about you.
Good to see you too.
So, you're the hero who somehow vanquished the last of the Roman gods. As I'm a priestess, you realize you've put me out of work. I'm just teasing. Actually, and it still feels a little sacrilegious to say this, I'm finding life after religion quite enjoyable.
How's Libya?
Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She recovered nicely. In fact, she's here somewhere, if you'd like to ask her yourself.
I'll do that. What are you doing yourself these days?
Galerius and I are engaged and expecting.
Wow.
We've just bought a lovely villa in the countryside, with room for a large family. And Dooley too, of course. It feels like the world has just opened up for us. There's so much to learn, and so many more possibilities for our children than we ever imagined. We're just so thankful for what you did for us. For all of us.
Good to see you again.
See you at the wedding, I hope.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
You're the Oracle, right?
Aki
Oh,
was
of
fine.
course, sorry. And I never got a chance to thank you for telling Galerius how to save my life. And of course, getting me and all of us out of a terrible situation.
What are you doing? Whatever happened to Mel?
Last I heard, Malleolus kept insisting he was the last rightful ruler of the Roman Empire. And wound up being committed to a psychiatric hospital. As for Claudia, she was always so viciously unhappy. Someone said she'd blown all her money on wine, trying to drink herself back to the underworld.
Whoa.
After the horrific way they treated Ulpius and me, I can't help feeling a sense of... what's that German word? Schadenfreude?
I think you're allowed to feel that way.
Thank you. You're very kind.
What are you doing with yourself?
I barely recognize myself. I'm living in a house share in London with my wonderful girlfriend. And I'm studying English at university. Eventually, I want to travel the world and write about it. Turns out, it's about 30 times bigger than the Roman Empire ever was. Did you know there are entire continents Rome never knew existed? And you can travel almost anywhere in an aircraft, which is rather like flying on a Pegasus, but much more comfortable. Oh, sorry, you already know all that, of course. I'm just so excited. There's so much to see and learn and write about.
Seeing the world through fresh eyes sounds wonderful.
I have noticed people from your time have no idea how fortunate they are. I hope to change that. One day.
Ugh.
Someone told me she was boasting about getting her claws into some rich prince, and how she was going to be living the high life from now on. Even in your time, life still isn't fair. Apparently, he'd proposed before they'd even met. And last I heard, she'd bought herself a first-class one-way ticket to join him in some exotic place called... what was it? Nigeria?
Right.
Some people have all the luck.
Don't worry, something tells me she's going to get what she deserves.
Well, you are the Oracle, so I suppose I'll take your word for it. Huh. I feel better already. Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Too. If you're ever in London, let me know. We can go to bars and drink wine and listen to the stories of the 9 million people who live there.
I'll take you up on that.
I hope so.
Krisha.
Hey. Evening.
I take it you're the Oracle. Thanks for coming.
Good to see you again.
Actually, I changed my name to Cynthia. I didn't want to be associated with Sentius after what happened. I'm not sure if you heard, but after you drove Pluto off, Proserpina emerged from the Great Temple. She knew right away what none of us had figured out about that psychopath. He'd been keeping my little sister locked up in the upper cistern all that time. But he's been dealt with. He's... you know what? The important thing is, we'll never see him again.
What are you doing with yourself?
Anything I want. I'm a woman of means in a vast new world. I can go wherever and do whatever I please. Of course, I mostly just stay in my villa and have my servant Alexa summon things for me.
Servant Alexa.
It's just awful out there. Barbarians everywhere.
What happened to
He's
Sentius?
still there, all alone. The last golden statue in the underworld. Trapped in a metal shell, slowly losing his mind until the end of time.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Eternal torment. Just what he deserves, if you ask me.
Good. It's good to see you again.
Too. See you around.
Hi there, I'm Horatius.
Hi, Horatius.
I understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance at life. And reuniting Centilla with us as well. So, thank you.
What are you doing with
I'm
yourself?
living up north and studying in the military academy in Modena. I'm going to be an officer one day. The world's changed a lot. But some things stay the same. Would you believe we're still studying military tactics from my time? Alexander the Great, Caesar, Hannibal Barca. Still, I have to keep challenging myself to let go of old ways of thinking and embrace the new. As Seneca wrote, the ones who pioneered our paths aren't our masters, but our guides.
Good to see you again.
And you. Farewell.
Oh.
Hello.
Greetings. You must be the legendary Oracle. It is a sincere privilege to finally make your acquaintance. I am Georgius.
Good to see you
I
again.
am told we have you to thank for freeing us from Hades, and for that I am most grateful.
What are you doing with yourself
I am
these days?
reacquainting myself with Greece. It has changed so much over the last 2,000 years, I barely recognize it. This is at once heartbreaking and thrilling. Perhaps one day, once I have seen all of this new Greece and sampled her delights, I will settle down in Santorini in a villa overlooking the Azure-Aegean Sea. I hope you will join me there and regale me with the story of how you faced off against the fearsome god of the underworld and won.
Consider me there. Good to see you. Bye-bye.
You too, my friend.
Oh, the hermit philosopher is here. Oh my god.
I take it you're the oracle everybody's talking about. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
We've met before, though. I wouldn't expect you to remember it.
I'm sorry, I don't remember. In any case, I'm Philip. I never thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And now I'm living in the 21st century. What a time to be alive. And it seems I have your 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝 to thank for it.
What are you doing with yourself?
I'm working as a consultant to the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University, helping fill the odd gap in their knowledge. Not that I need the money, but I do love being around enlightened.
Oh, he gets to talk to people again. It's good to see you. Good to see you again. Good to see you.
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Nice to see you too.
I'm thankful that you're here, but thank you for coming.
Bye.
And you.
Sounds good.
Wonderful.
Drinks.
Good evening. Some soiree, innit?
Well, 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝 is here. Rufius is here.
Hello.
Are you guys together now? Rufius, hey.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you too, Rufius.
I'm Rufus now. New start, new name. Oh, and thanks, by the way, for what you did. Sorry, I'm no good with the mushy stuff.
What are you doing with yourself?
I live with Virgil in Rotterdam, not far from where he grew up.
Aha.
It's very modern. Destroyed in the war, and it rebuilt itself. Good place for a fresh start. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with my life yet. One adjustment at a time.
Yep, that's fair. Good to see you again.
Look us up next time you're in the Netherlands. We're grateful.
Hello there.
You must be Centilla.
Oh, I go by Gabriella now. I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard my own name.
Fair.
You didn't hear? My adoptive father, Sentius, locked me up in the upper cistern to stop me from escaping. After you drove Pluto off, Proserpina came and released me, and that monster got what was coming to him.
Sounds like he got what he deserved. What are you doing with yourself these
I'm
days?
living with Ulpius on a little vineyard in Umbria.
Oh,
With
that's
even
right.
more
They were
wonderful
a
than I dreamed it would be.
thing.
I'm so grateful to you for making sure he's still with us. If you're ever passing through the region, I hope you'll come and visit us. You can try some of our very own wine.
Oh, nice. I might just do that. It's good to see you. Nice to meet you.
Too.
Look at all the stuff.
There you are. I hope you enjoyed that.
That was nice.
Now, there's one more person I wanted to introduce you to. I think you know her.
Oh, serious?
Sorry if I frightened you. Just a little joke I've been saving for a long, long time.
I recognize that
Allow me to
voice.
introduce myself properly. I am Proserpina, former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal, and now a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person, and thank you for freeing all these people, and me. I hate to think what would have happened to us without your intervention.
You were whispering to me all along?
Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eyes and ears of each golden statue, I was able to control their tongues and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic. There were only ever brief windows in which I could speak to you without being detected.
You did what you could, thank you. You created the time loop?
I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. After witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls over thousands of years, I knew this generation, the final wave, would not survive. So I tried to give them a way to buy more time. A second chance. Rather, as many second chances as they needed to avoid his wrath.
What became of Pluto?
I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him, and I rather hope it stays that way.
What became of Charon?
Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld. Last time we spoke, she was working on a new world of some kind. She wouldn't say what it was, but I'd be surprised if you don't run into her again. I imagine we all will, one day.
It was nice meeting
and
you.
you, although it feels like I've known you forever. Oh, and one last thing. Do you remember all those golden statues scattered throughout the city?
Of course.
Good, because they remember you. Well done, my friend. Of all the heroes who ever journeyed to the underworld and returned, none came close to achieving what you did. Hercules, Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas would be proud.
That was ending 404. That was the good ending. Aww. I guess I could try to... I'll probably try to get the other endings some of this time. I'll do it off stream though. Oh, that was great. It was very tightly written overall, which is really quite cool. It was good to see. Good to see. All right, folks, that will be it for this stream and this game. I was expecting it to probably actually go for at least into Wednesday, but it doesn't look like it. So Wednesday we'll go back to Horizon Zero Dawn, and then what we'll do is we'll probably figure out another game to bring into alternating probably with Horizon Zero Dawn. This was kind of like the palate cleanser / intermission for my stream, because Horizon Zero Dawn is just so dang long. But we are at a place in Horizon Zero Dawn, I think, where more and more of the background story and mysteries are starting to come up, so that's kind of cool. So hopefully things start swinging in there. But yeah, so next stream will be Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time. But yeah, so yeah, I really actually enjoyed that. There were some of the things, obviously, some of the technical things. I mean, it's not a very big dev group, so like some of the things, and some of it is also the Unreal Engine. Like getting caught up on stuff. The sometimes it wasn't quite so obvious where you could actually climb up on things and where you couldn't. That could they could have used a few more cues, I think, made it a little easier. But overall, very good work. Very good work. Like I said, I think part of the thing that's really interesting is instead of just like a completely linear, play, but obviously there's the 4 different endings, and I think I read somewhere that they wanted to have 4 endings and not like a bajillion of them, so that it's not like, at least then it's not overwhelming. It gives you a nice breadth of different endings to achieve, possibly. So that was kind of cool. But it also, like, the way that it interweaved, and it did a pretty good job of, like, the way that, like, Galerius was the one that, like, trying to get him elected But the fact that they have him as the first person, so you can actually just give him all those tasks, and he's a good enough guy, then he'd go ahead and do it, right? Which then, of course, like, you know, like worked in later on. All these different things. I think it's kind of almost like different branches to the river, and that, like, you know, like there's certain of the core mechanics and core quests, obviously, that you had to like kind of finish to get there. I guess it is entirely possible. I don't know if you could actually get past the flayed one in the lower cistern to get to the up. Oh, but you would need the bow at least to get to the upper cistern, to get up to the climbing thing. So the fastest that you could probably do it, like if you did a speed run, go like run into the villa, like the palace, get the bow, come out, do the cistern. It's still several hours. But that would probably be the fastest way of actually getting to an ending, like a ending, which is the ending that we saw, where basically you and the adopted daughter, I can't remember her name now, are the only ones that like survive. But yeah, I do like the way that it was fairly subtle, the way that things were kind of interwoven. So that was really well done, I think. But yeah. All right, folks, I think that'll be it. We're about 3.5 hours into it, and I could probably just sit here and yap on about the game and things like that. But I hope everyone kind of enjoyed it. And if you have any comments or anything like that, feel free to leave it on the YouTube video, and I'll take a look at it. All right, folks, take care. Hope to see folks on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. And yeah, take care. Rest well. Bye-bye.